May I come in, sir?
Please do.
Can I sit, sir? Can I sit, sir?
Please take a seat. You are Deepti Monali.
Yes, sir.
Please give us a brief introduction, Deepti.
Sir, my name is Deepti Monali. I belong to Patna, Bihar. I've done my schooling from there itself. I've done my graduation in philosophy from Daulat Ram College, Delhi University, and my masters from Miranda House, Delhi University. I completed my masters in 2021, and since then I've been preparing for civil services and also for my further academic progression. For that, I have cleared my NET JRF from philosophy, and my research area is political philosophy of Gandhi.
Very good. What draws you to the civil services as a career?
So actually the job satisfaction and the dynamism this services offers, that these two factors have drawn me to this.
What is the dynamism you are talking about? Can you explain?
So in terms of diversity of roles and the diversity of experiences which I'll be getting here.
Right. Now, Miranda, why has it been so named?
So actually the then Vice Chancellor of Delhi University, his daughter was named Miranda, and apart from that, actually that Vice Chancellor was very much influenced by one of the characters of Shakespeare's work, The Tempest, if I can remember, and that character's name was also Miranda. She was a very brilliant young lady, so to set that as an example, he gave this name.
What was the name of this gentleman who did the naming?
So it was something Morris. I can't remember the second name.
And there was one more dimension to this why Miranda is so named. There are three reasons why it was named. Can you tell me the third reason? His favorite actress was Carmen Miranda. Right. Now, good governance. This is a term which is used in a variety of contexts, but now it has come to have a particular meaning, and normally accepted to have 8 components. Can you list a few of them?
Yes, sir. So such as transparency, stakeholder participation, yes, I do remember according to United Nations definition of good governance, there are 8 such categories.
So you have mentioned 2. What about the remaining? Any more?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will leave this topic. Moving on, 4th Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution 4.0. Can you give me the essence of this in 3 or 4 sentences?
So Industrial Revolution 4.0 is more driven by the technological advancements and the disruptive technologies which the mankind is witnessing today, such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and among other things.
Right, my final question to you. Bullet train. Why is it so named? Is it because its speed is as fast as a bullet?
So this terminology is of course to point out to its speed, but sorry sir, I can't.
That was a trick question. It is because of the shape of the nose of the train. The shape of the nose is akin to the shape of a bullet. It's nothing to do with speed. Thank you, Deepti.
And it's because the bullet train in Japan has to pass through a lot of tunnels, no?
Okay.
So, and when they are passing through tunnel, that shape will help. Anyway, but Dipti, your full name is Dipti Monali, and I gather that Monali is neither the surname of your father or mother. Okay, so you must have chosen this word for yourself, or maybe your parents have. But what does Monali mean?
Sir, Monali means the one who is confident in oneself as well as brings joy to others. Like.
Great, great. So, like, are you able to display these two characters today?
No, sir.
Okay. Anyway, so I also noticed that when you introduced yourself, you said that you are from Patna.
Yes, sir.
But in your DAF, it is written that you have been born in Motihari. Your mother, father, both are from Motihari. So why such a disillusion from Motihari?
No, sir. There is no such thing. It's just that it was my birthplace and my native place is there. But I've been brought up in Patna itself.
You have been brought up in Patna, so that's why you said that you are from Patna. Okay. So tell me one thing, that you're given your choice, second choice is Indian Foreign Service. Yeah. And one very important agreement has taken place with Nepal in a recent period, which would benefit not only India but Bihar as well in a very, very prominent manner. Would you recall that?
Sorry, sir.
So, what's the kind of the distressful political and economic relationship between Bihar and Nepal?
So, as far as I can remember, there has been this illegal migration of people across the borders. Apart from that, there has been issues of counterfeit currency, smuggling of products. These are the issues.
Okay.
And
So these two things actually affect the whole of India in more general manner. But is there anything specific about Bihar?
So the migration of Madhesis people across the borders, that has been affecting the northern districts of Bihar.
Okay.
And there has been distress because of that.
Think something more which has affected a lot of people in Bihar.
Because of Nepal.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry.
Achha, no problems.
Floods.
So you are from philosophy, no?
Floods.
Floods.
All rivers come to Bihar from Nepal.
She has grown up in Patna at the time when Patna has not experienced any flood. Okay, so she doesn't have a living memory of all these things. Anyway, but tell me, you are from philosophy background, okay? And Bihar has been a place where very different kinds of philosophies have actually emerged, no? So what exactly was the breeding ground for philosophies to emerge so much in Bihar? What was there at that time?
So, sir, first of all, because of the Bihar can be considered as the birthplace of Buddhism and Jainism.
No, that's all right. We know that. But why?
And so there
Why all the philosophies have emerged only in Bihar, not anywhere else?
And so there was this ancient great institution of Nalanda that has also been a contributing factor for this.
Okay. Sorry.
Nalanda came only in 7th, 8th, 9th century. But philosophy that we know is much more ancient. So your answer is actually not that accurate. You can start from some epics.
Such as Ramayana and Mahabharata.
Janaki, Janakpur, Mithila, perhaps is one of those places. Anyway, basically going ahead with Indian philosophy, I see that you have also read Sanskrit in your school. Have you been able to relate your philosophy studies in graduation? Masters, you have gone into a different stream. But in your graduation, have you been able to link your Sanskrit knowledge with Indian philosophy?
Yes, sir, a lot.
Give me an example or two examples.
Okay, sir. Sir, such as in Advaita Vedanta, we have this Mahakavya, which summarizes the philosophy of Vedanta, which is in Sanskrit only.
Which Mahakavya?
It is, sir, Brahm Satyam, Jagat Mithya, Jivo Brahmev Napara. So, for students from non-Sanskrit background, they might have to just rote learn it. But since I had the background, so I understood the meaning and it was not that difficult.
Okay. I am going to read a shlok to you and you tell me how it relates with philosophy and mathematics both.
Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnamasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate.
Sorry, sir.
Such a famous shlok, such an important shlok, and it relates to even mathematics. This is one of the surest signs that Indians earlier knew the concept of zero and infinity. Because that is the only one which is added to itself, it makes the same thing. Purnamidah, Purnamidam, Purnat Purnamudachyate. This is whole, that is whole, the whole comes from the whole. Purnamasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. If you take away a whole from a whole, what remains is a whole. That is a concept of soul or God in Hinduism, Hindu philosophy, Indian philosophy. I hate to say Hindu philosophy, but also with zero and infinity in mathematics. All right. What is BRICS plus?
BRICS plus.
You know that some countries have been added into BRICS. What are the name some of the countries which have been added given new membership?
Sorry, sir, I can't recall.
All right. Why are certain islands in Lakshadweep in news these days? What are the names of a few islands in Lakshadweep?
So, sir, recently the Marshall Islands. Sorry, sir, you mentioned Lakshadweep. So I can't recall the exact name, but the reason they are in news is because.
Okay, a simpler question. Tell me about 3 government policies which have touched you personally in the last 3-4 years.
So the recent NEP 2020, which was launched, that struck out the MPhil program from the higher education. So
All right, I'll take this as one.
Okay.
Second, how do you make payments these days?
Online payments. Sir. So
Online
traditional
payments.
payment is-
Thank you.
In your extra co-curricular activities, you've written reading non-fiction novels. But as far as I am concerned, non-fictional novels do not exist. What am I trying to tell you? There's nothing called a non-fiction novel.
Yes, sir, because the literal meaning of novels becomes.
So why would you write
fiction.
that? A novel by definition is fictional,
The literal meaning becomes that.
correct?
Non-fictional books.
Tell me, both philosophically and practically, is the worldview of a woman different from the worldview of a man?
Yes, sir. It is.
Like how?
So, because the social conditioning and the upbringing of women, that actually changes the worldview. And even philosophically, we say that there is no objective. There are.
Go on.
Okay, so there are different point of views regarding reality, but one school of thought says that reality is no such objective entity, and it depends on the perceiver. Such as even in a normal saying also we say that beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. So that subjectivity creeps in. In that sense, the perspective changes.
Okay, now because you are talking about philosophy, are you saying nothing is real?
So there are many school of thoughts on that.
I'm asking you.
Sir, I think there are things real.
Is this
So-
is this real?
According to realist school of thought, it is.
According to you, not according to any school of
Sir, I
thought.
think it is real.
Why do you think it's real?
Because for me, reality is something which has some effect on.
What is this?
So sir, it is going to serve my purpose.
What is this?
This is a pen.
How do you know it's a pen?
So because of the definition I have of pen, and this is going to serve the purpose of pen.
If, let's say, historically we never called it a pen and we called it an apple, would it become an apple?
Yes, sir.
So it's not real.
Yes, sir. So the apple which we know currently, that would have some other terminology.
I'm back to square one. My last point, is this pen real or not real?
Yes, sir, it is real.
But just now you said if I called it an apple, it will become an apple.
So, but that is only a naming. That is called nominalism in philosophical
True.
terms.
Last point. How many, percentage wise, how many women do you think join the civil services through UPSC every year?
So, I guess it is around 20-30%.
Little more than that. Why has never any woman become the cabinet secretary or the home secretary?
So it can be said that first of all the intake is less because of the proportion, and apart from that the system.
Do you think there's a glass ceiling in government
Yes,
also?
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dipti, you're from philosophy. How one can be termed or called as a philosopher? Who can be a philosopher?
So according to me, everyone is a philosopher because being
What's the criteria, general criteria?
Sir, general criteria is only that one is a thinking being.
Everybody is a thinking being.
That is why, sir, everybody is philosophical, and it's just that it's a discipline in itself. Because I think that everybody wants to make sense of his or her life, and there is a philosophy behind each one's action and steps.
But still, they are in your subjects. You don't get taught every thinker or every person. You have certain thinkers, certain philosophers only. What's the criteria? That criteria I'm talking about. Is there any specific criteria to become a philosopher?
So, according to discipline, there has to be the discipline deals more with the essence of reality, experiences of man, God, world, and even as diverse fields as ethics, feminism, postmodernism. So
You're not aware of the criteria. Okay. What is life?
So life is sum of experiences.
What is life according to Plato?
So life according to Plato is to live according to the virtues of the man. And he divided society into 3 categories, and for each category he attributed one of the virtues. So living by that virtue is life according to Plato.
Okay, and according to Aristotle?
Sir, according to Aristotle, sorry sir, I can't recall exactly.
Okay, so what should be one's goal in life? This is a general question from you.
So I think everybody wants to have a meaningful life, and for that the meaning is derived from can be derived from anything, and that only gives the variety of perspectives regarding life. For me, the goal is to have to have the feeling that I am contributing to society in general, because even the fact that I want to pursue PhD is so that I can be in teaching line, and that is going to give me that sense of purposeness in my life.
Okay, I'm making a comment, defend or justify. Philosophy is totally irrelevant today. Nobody should study it.
So I don't agree with this, because philosophy in literal terms is called as love for wisdom, and philosophy is also termed as the science mother of all sciences. So for any discipline, the background is driven by the philosophy itself, and this can be also seen by the fact that the early philosophers such as Plato, Greek, and even Descartes, all of them were not only philosophers, their contribution can be seen in other fields as well, such as Descartes was a mathematician as well. So in that sense...
So who is the modern day philosopher? Elon Musk is a philosopher?
So the fact that he propagates capitalism, so but yes, of course, not philosopher per se. But means he can't be termed in the according to the philosophy as a discipline, he can't be categorized as a philosopher.
Who can be? A religious preacher can be a philosopher?
No, sir.
A religious preacher cannot be a philosopher.
No, sir. Means it is not a rule that anybody who's a religious teacher is going to be a philosopher.
Okay. You also do guided meditation. How different is it from the normal meditation? Somebody guides you?
Actually, sir, we have to take some sort of help to concentrate on certain things. So that help can be in audio visual mechanism, or even if there is audio, so we are getting some sort of instructions that you take deep breaths and etc. like
What's the
that.
ultimate goal of meditation?
So to calm down one's mind
Mm-hmm.
and to attain that mindfulness.
Okay. Thank you, Dipti.
Thanks.
Your self-assessment, how did it go?
Not satisfied, sir.
Okay. So, you know, you have time on your side. So, I'll give you a couple of practical tips on how to approach this. But prior to that, you know, a few general observations. Your voice is very low and it is, you know, even in, it's a monotone. There is no voice modulation. You should show passion when that is required. And your articulation has to be better on the typical topics which come up, typical subjects which come up. Why do you want to be a civil servant? In a low voice you said diversity. Diversity you get in practically every job. That's not the issue. Sir, I have looked around, I have seen, I have checked on the kind of career options available, and this is one in which I make the maximum public impact. The maximum potential for public welfare is here.
So I thought it might get preachy, that is why I was more limited in my terminologies. Means I
No.
don't know,
You,
sir, I was-
you know, if you give a standard routine answer, it won't get anywhere.
Okay.
So think about it. This is one area. And what is your first choice?
IAS.
So there, from day one, you get an opportunity to interact with the general public, hear their grievances, hear their problems, and you've been given a platform to address those issues. And as you go up in seniority, you get a chance to help in policy formulation, which impacts crores of people. You know, which can be a better career choice than this? And very low on energy. Have you had breakfast? Young
So this
lady
is,
like you?
So this is my, I don't know how, but this is my 24/7 mood. I'm always like this only.
24th, what is that?
24/7 mood.
I don't know why, but this is actually.
No, but if you're aspiring to become an IAS, he or she is to be a leader. You can't remain in this mode. You have to get out of this mode.
So, you know, questions, and I'm going to now get into the practical aspect. Questions come from 3 or 4 main areas. One is your DAF, current events, subject, and job, if any. So take about 100 to 120 sheets. Build a question bank of the possible questions. For instance, Miranda, it jumps out. Morris Dwyer, it's there in Google. All you need to do is to just Google Miranda House. So once you've got that question bank ready, for each topic do a deep dive. Completely cover it in all aspects, and then reduce it to 4 or 5 bullet points which will aid you in recalling. Then sit in front of a mirror and practice, or videograph yourself. Suppose that this question comes, this is how I'll respond to it. Bring passion to the table. You've got so many plus points going for you. See the kind of academic background, everything is lined up but if you give a very subdued performance like you did this time, then you won't make an impact. No? Go there with that jazba that I am going to ace this interview. I have everything that it takes. I am a Mirandian. Nothing can stop me. And of course, you'll be wearing a formal
Yes,
dress.
yes.
Best of luck. You have all the potential. Now put it to work. Don't let this. Don't.
Does she have any questions?
Any questions?
Yes, sir. I've been struggling regarding that those general tips which you have given, and I've been working on that, but I don't know how to.
So best guidance was given by the chairperson.
Yes, sir. That I.
Okay, so that will build everything in you. Okay,
Fluency, self-confidence.
everything. Okay, practice, practice, practice. Okay, but before that, you have to prepare those notes,
Yes.
no, and just make bullet points so that your answers are in the order of priority. Your best answer should come first. Panel members may not have that much of time to like discuss a lot of things with you.
Yes.
Okay, and then presence of mind, no. Okay? We know that because you have been nervous. We could understand that you have been nervous, and that is why your mental alertness has come down substantially. That should not happen that day. Okay.
And because it's your first mock, I think you are more feeling it. But next mocks, a few mocks that you take, be properly attired and feel as if you are going for the real interview.
Exactly.
That will give you that, little confidence that yes, I am prepared. Right now you have come as a normal girl coming out from Miranda House, and we are looking for an officer. I mean, the panel finally is looking for an officer. And you can't be seen as a nondescript young girl who doesn't even know how to lead people. Develop all these things, internalize these things, that you have to now act as an IAS officer, a leader, if you want to become an IAS officer. And to that, you have to have confidence, you have to have attire, you have to have that kind of aura around you. Okay?
It's not a knowledge test per se. It's a test of your personality, and they're looking at integrity, they're looking at balanced opinions, they're looking at conceptual clarity, lucid exposition, self-confidence and poise, logical thinking. All these things come into the mix. Excuse me.
Propensity to take challenge. Okay.
And your awareness, self-awareness, awareness about your district, state, nation, the world, what's happening around you. So best of luck, you'll do very well.
There's one more comment that I want to make. I'll be very blunt right now.
Yes, sir.
The way you have come, it seems you have come for a clerk's interview. Okay? And that should give you that guideline as to what to do when you come for the next mock, what to do. You have to be prepared to be seen as an IAS officer, prospective IAS officer. All right?
Okay.
And
All the best.
Yeah, all the best.
All the best.
Okay.
Best of luck. You have all the potential.
Yes.
Okay.
Now make it work.
And while you reply to one member, you engage all the panel members. That also is very important.
60% to the person who has asked you the question, rest of the time you look into the eyes of other people.
ठीक है चलो मोतिहारी का नाम ऊंचा करो
All the best.
ठीक है?
Okay,
Okay.
all right.